Welcome one, welcome all, and if you've never been here, welcome to my channel. So today is a video on camping. It's going to be a series of multiple videos, and the first one is about the Coleman Stove. That's how you heat up your food. So, one of the videos in the series of what to do or how it works when you want to go camping. You probably saw this in your garage or in a store or in a movie or whatever. It's a Coleman stove. It's a 2-burner stove. It works off of fuel like this, camp fuel. It's pretty easy to recognize because if you take a look, the drawing of what you can light up with this fuel is actually on the can. So what we're going to do, we're going to set it up and we're going to start it, and I'll show you how it works, and I'll even give you a tip for winter time. So the first thing you're going to do, make sure you got some fire and some fuel in order to fill up the tank if it's empty. So open it up like a briefcase. In here you got 2 windbreakers. In this model they attach to the sides like this. Some other models have clips that are hooked up to the windbreaker. Open it up the grill and take the tank out. This is what you put that camp fuel in using this knob here. Sometimes it's located over here and sometimes it's located over here. So this is where you fuel it up, either here or here. On this model, it's over here. Put it in the hole. Next thing you do, the spout has to go into this hole, and these little brackets have to go in these little holes. Line it all up, and now you're in. So you can bring your grill back down. First thing you do, make sure it's full, of course. Take a look inside, unscrew it. If it's empty, take it off, use a funnel, go outside and fuel it up. And once it's done, put the cap back on. All right, make sure this knob is all the way in, not out. Out is on, in is off. You take this little lever here, quarter of a turn, it'll come loose, and then you pump it at least 40 times. Once you're done pumping, you keep your thumb on it and you put it back where it was, in, and twist it. It'll lock downwards in this position right here. Now you need your flame, put it inside the Coleman, flame on, and turn the knob. Yellow means not pumped enough, but if it turns to blue, you know that the pressure that you built up with the pump is good and your flame is blue. Listen for that little hissing sound. That's what you want, and you want that color for a flame. When you start it up, this little knob has to go upwards. Think of it this way. You're cooking supper, you're going to eat, you are happy, you are starting. Thumbs up, knob up. See that hissing sound is slowly going away? Quarter of a turn, left, pump. Quarter of a turn, in, lock it in. The fuel is going from the reservoir through the piping, and it's heating up through that tube. You want that for at least a minute. Once you did that, wait about a minute. This lever goes downwards. See that flame? It's even hotter because there's more fuel going to it now. Nothing prevents you on turning this knob quarter out and pumping. It'll come harder and harder to pump. That's when you know you build up a lot of pressure in here, and listen to that hissing sound. That is exactly what you want to hear. Now you want to turn on the second burner. The second burner will not burn as strong as the first one, because the fuel is going through the first one before it hits the second one. So basically you're cooking on one and you're keeping warm on the other. Flame on, button on the side, turn. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but you got 2 flames going. One's rather strong, the other one's a bit weaker, but it's still blue. It is not yellow. Even with the 2 on, you can still quarter turn out, pump it, and in. This will run for quite a while. A full reservoir, full blast, a couple of hours easy. So once you've done it, you're good to cook your meal, no problem. You might pump it once or twice, but as long as your flame is on, no problem, you'll be able to cook your meal. You're done with the second burner, you only want one, you just twist it back in. Now the second burner is now out. The fuel is going to the first one now. Of course, this knob plays with how strong you want it. These are relatively easy to clean. WD-40 and soapy water dry. Take everything apart, respect the way the pieces are put in, and put it back the way you found it, and you'll be able to kickstart it no problem. Turn it off. There's still a hissing sound. Quite simple because there's still a flame there. It's very small, but there is a flame because there are vapes of fuel in there still. What I do, I just blew it out, and I'm going to take the pressure off the tank so it stops pushing the vapes out. You hear that? That's air going back into the tank. Now the thing is completely dead. You can even untwist this to pull it out if you want. And there you go. Now you just push it back in, turn it, turn this back in. Don't touch it because it's very hot right now. This grill, everything here is very hot. Let it cool down. And if you do it now, you're going to burn your hands. Now here's the trick for winter time. You just finish setting everything up. You build up your pressure. Take it out. Keep the knob downwards. Open up the spout. Fuel is coming out, right? Aim that fuel inside the cup. You're basically putting some fuel in it, just a little bit. Put it back on. Lever up. Gas, flame on. There you go. That's a way to start it in wintertime, because in wintertime they're a bit harder to start. Put a little bit of fuel inside that cup. When it's cold, it'll stay there. Put it back in, flame on, gas on, and you'll be good to start your Coleman stove. Any questions? Blow, twist, out. Let it cool down and put it away. Well, now you know how to cook your food and warm up a bit. So there you go. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget the sponsorship. He's incredible.
What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. It's magic at Magic Film.